was sleeping, and I came across this amazing book called Atomic Habits by James Clear, and it's about how to basically add good habits to your lifestyle and remove bad habits, so it can overall improve your lifestyle. And see, habits can't be built in a single day, right? You need to make small improvements and remove the things that drain energy, and kind of it will accumulate and compound to a better lifestyle. So this is the whole idea of the book, and I just finished the first chapter and couldn't wait myself to pick up the camera and just talk about the idea that this book had in the first chapter itself. So the idea is basically to forget the goal-oriented approach that we have. So for example, it's pretty common in my case that I've set some goals. Okay, so and we tend to set goals ki, throughout our life ki I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do that, and that apparently is a bad approach. Instead of that, we should focus on the process. So irrespective of the goal, we should focus on the process, and that is what I'm going to talk about. And why is it necessary, the why to focus on and attach yourself to the process and not to the goal. Goals are basically the result that you want to achieve, and your systems, by systems I mean the way you implement things that you don't do to reach that goal, is I'll be calling that systems, and systems are the way to reach those goals, right? So yeah, why to focus on these systems and improving these systems rather than focusing on these goals that you have in your mind? First point, which is indeed thought provoking, is that winners and losers have the same goals. IPL का सीजन चल रहा है, let's say MI versus CSK final है. Both the teams would want to win the cup, right? Both the teams would have the same goals. जितने भी players होंगे, सबको ये होगा कि हाँ हमें जीतना है. तुम्हारा केस देख लो. If you started with JEE preparation, your final goal was to get into a good IIT, or you would have probably aimed for IIT Bombay CSE, because yeah, that would be your goal, right? But everyone didn't get into IIT. No, why didn't everyone get into IIT? Like, and ऐसा क्यों हुआ? Because see, everyone though had the same goal, everyone had different ways of implementing it, and they had different paths. They had different ways of studying. They had different mental aptitudes. They had different skill sets. So yeah, everyone had the same goal, but their execution and their system was different, right? And since if the people who could constantly improve that system were had an extra edge over people who kind of just broke down their system throughout the 2 years of preparation. So this is something that you would have felt yourself, and yeah, this is a very very logical point, right? So the next point was that achieving a goal is a momentary change. Now what do I mean by that? For example, अगर तुम्हारा कमरा खराब है, ठीक है, if your room is untidy, and you you have the energy once, like तुम्हें ऐसा कुछ ऐसा triggering factor आया कि नहीं नहीं मुझे ऐसा घर में guests आ रहे हैं तो I have to clean my room, right? But you will eventually clean your room that day. But eventually क्या होगा, because your system is wrong, and you'll tend to mess your room again after in a few days, or just as your guest leave, तुम एक दो घंटे में तुम्हारा रूम वापस ख़राब हो जाएगा, and then you'll wait until कुछ और हो to clean that room, right? So yeah, goals are just they give you momentarily happiness, and your system is what. So if you clean your room every single day, you won't have to face that consequences. मम्मी की डांट नहीं पड़ेगी, and yeah, you'll be in a safe situation, and you won't ever face that thing, right? So yeah, the system should be right. And ये तो काफ़ी relatable होगा. मेरे तो कॉलेज का कमरा इतना गंदा रहता है. Yeah, so the next thing is that goals kind of restrict your happiness. So this is the next idea that this book gives, the first chapter, and it might sound a bit complicated, but I'll try to explain it in a very very simple manner. For example, let's keep it relatable. तुम्हें मान लो market जाना है, ठीक है, and there are some three ways to go to that market, and एक रास्ता बंद है, which is like the shortest route, okay, which is like the super fast super short route, and it is closed. अब क्या तुम दुखी हो जाओगे that you can't go to market? There are two other ways, okay, but there might be some problems, or it might take some more time, but still you will be able to reach that goal, right? So but हम क्या करते हैं, if we have a goal, okay, and if you're not able to reach that goal, if you're not able to hit the target, we kind of become sad and disappointed. And yeah, and if you're able to reach that goal, we become happy. अब इसका एक और consequence होता है which I'll be talking about in my fourth part. And coming to the this topic only, कि goals restrict our happiness. We kind of have a goal oriented approach, right? We won't be able to be happy at any one point of time. uh, why is this true? Because लेट्स से तुम्हारा टारगेट था जेई क्लियर करना, ठीक है? अब तुमने मेहनत करी 2 साल एंड यू लेट्स से यू आर इन आईआईटी बॉम्बे इलेक्ट्रिकल, ठीक है? और जस्ट एन एग्जाम्पल, ओके, रफ एग्जाम्पल. नाउ योर नेक्स्ट टारगेट विल बी कि चलो मैंने जेई क्लियर कर लिया, यू विल गेट अ टेम्पररी हैप्पीनेस, यू विल गेट let's say you'll be happy for 2-3 months, then you'll come to college and you'll realize यहाँ पे तो like काफ़ी और लोग हैं and I need to beat them. And yeah, you'll start working hard. You would next target will be to get a good GPA of that sem, and then your next target will be to do a project that everyone wants to do. Then your next target will be, so if you understand the point, that you'll have subsequent targets, okay? You'll have target 1, target 2, target 3, and you'll kind of keep pushing your happiness to when you hit different goals. तुम्हारे goals change होंगे as and when you mature, and so will be your happiness, right? तुम अगर एक गोल के साथ एसोशिएट कर रहे हो अपनी हैप्पीनेस, तो तुम बहुत थोड़े टाइम के लिए खुश होगे when you hit that goal. And अगर तुम नहीं हिट कर पाए, so yeah, the first point कि तुम दुखी हो जाओगे, even though there are many ways to reach that goal. So yeah, this is the basic idea of goals restricting our happiness. Now, the fourth point is actually what made me realize ki how goals can actually hamper your progress. Now let's say ki you are in a marathon, okay? You are in a 10 kilometer marathon, and तुमने उस marathon के लिए you wanted to lose weight and you wanted to give it your best shot in that marathon. You trained for a whole month now, and you were successfully able to reduce a lot of weight, and you ran that marathon and you completed it in a good time. अब क्या होगा? You'll kind of have start having those cheat days, and you'll kind of make yourself feel happy, and like तुम अभी chill हो जाओगे उसके बारे में. So the whole month training will kind of start like stopping and stuff, because the motivation was the race, the goal to complete it in a good time, and once that is achieved, you won't be that motivated, right? Similar, and a very similar example, and ऐसा बहुत सारे लोग के साथ होता है. तो taking the J example only, once people get into good colleges, right? Once people get into IITs, BITS, NITs, the dream colleges that they wanted to go into, they start taking light, okay? They just waste their time, and by the time they realize कि I've wasted my like time, and I don't know how time went off, बहुत आगे निकल जाते हैं वो उस टाइम के, and like then regret it. So don't let this happen to you. And I felt कि this is like one of the main things that I should tell you at this point of time, and I myself have fallen into this trap. And yeah, it's just amazing to kind of have a platform to share with you guys and kind of make sure कि तुम ऐसा ना करो. So yeah, I think these are 4 things that actually hamper your growth, and goal setting actually hampering your progress. So this was a very, you can say, counterintuitive example of, and it was super practical. So yeah, I hope you learned something from this video, and yeah, thanks. If you like this content, just like